Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Catty Crypto here. So, no doubt, there's a few people who are unhappy, there's a few people that agree with me, and there's a few people in the middle. But like I've always said to you folks, I am I have no reason to lie to anyone, for starters. And I have no grudges, I don't hold any vendettas against anyone. I simply, if I disagree with someone, I just won't interact with them. It's as simple as that. I keep, horrible stuff to myself. But what I don't do is lie to my community. Anyone who's been here from the get-go understands this better than anyone. And I've proved this over and over again. And I've always been here to pull this community together as well as people. And I was here before Terror Rebels. And I was here during all of the chaos and things like that. And we're currently working, and I don't really like to do too much on the weekends, and I don't like the developers to do much on the weekends either. But in the future, there's going to be a really big update for the Penguins website. We're going to make it look a lot prettier, different formats and stuff like that. It's going to be a work in progress, and it's going to take, a week, 2 weeks when we eventually start getting round to that. But our main concern right now is in 24 days, and it's going to be 23 days by the time I wake up in the morning, until our node launches. And when that launches, I intend to launch the NFT project probably around a month later. And the reason being is our treasury is going to also be the treasury for the NFT project that we're compiling. And we're going to be providing staking rewards, and all of the money generated from the NFT project will go directly back into the treasury, and it will be used to fund staking rewards in the future and help us fund, more projects and things like that. But our aim is to provide an NFT project as to which you'll get staking rewards directly from our treasury. And if there's some way I can incorporate that holders of these get a higher percentage reward on the commission rate, then I'll be able to do that, because I think it's fair that we reward our delegators and give them a higher percentage if they do hold, an NFT as a bonus, so to speak. So it's all about incentivizing people, and these NFTs are not going to be, budget NFTs. They're going to be of high quality. They're going to look great. The ones I've seen, and pretty much given the okay ahead for that kind of style, they're awesome. They've got attitude, and they've got passion behind them. That's the good thing as well. The NFT artist is absolutely awesome, and I handpicked him out of the community. He wasn't part of the team or anything like that. We handpicked him. I agreed a contract with him, made him sign a non-disclosure form, and ahead we went with this NFT project, and it really is coming together. And I aim to launch this project on the LUNAPunks platform, and people are going to sit there and go, well, Jay, why not just launch it yourself? And I want to support on-chain projects. And if I can do that by launching my NFT project on LUNAPunks platform to help fund their future, I will do that. And the reason being is because I'm here to support everybody. We built the Luncpenguins website to bring people together, like I've been saying. And, a lot of people say, what projects? And we do have a projects tab, but we need people's permission to put you on here, and we don't list coins. As you can see, we've got quite a few people and quite a few projects on here, but I work with so many different projects. I think I'm working with 8 different projects. Some don't want to be known yet. Others, are in hand and are working. And these projects are projects that work. They're building on the blockchain. They're using the blockchain's technology to their best extent. And, utility is not just driven by one person. It's driven by the overall community itself. And I can only go as far, as saying to you about utility use cases, and I can just work on designing my own ones. And we are working on a separate project aside the NFT project, which I can't really tell you too much about, as you know. But when that does drop, and it will drop, it's going to be a bit of a game changer. And then when we become a validator as well, I intend to try and set the best example that we can as a new validator, and then hopefully set an example for new validators joining the space, solely focusing on, how can they better this blockchain and stuff like that. Because the horrible thought behind a lot of stuff is there's a percentage of people that are literally just here for the gains. They don't care about utility. They care about the burns because they believe that's what's going to make them, the most money, so they can get out of crypto and go live a really nice life. And You know, that's obvious. That's what most people want. But the difference is with me is I want to build this thing for the future, to benefit other people in the future and to make a mark. And then hopefully our children's children won't go into a crypto society that has ended up like the banking system, fully centralized and controlled. At least then I can say, you know, to my grandchildren, you know, we did something. We created a decentralized coin and made it truly decentralized, and really explain to my grandchildren exactly, you know, what we did here. And to most, it may not seem like we did much, but when I go back to when at the beginning of this, and there was just no one interested, otherwise I wouldn't have done what I did. And I'm so glad to have met all the different project leaders and different people that I have. And there's some people in Terra Rebels I absolutely love, and then at the same time there's people that I dislike, and that's just totally normal. But there's one thing I don't do, and it's hold a grudge. But the one thing I do, like I said at the beginning of this video, is tell the truth. I tell you what I'm thinking, I tell you what's going on in my mind, and it's as simple as that. But we have a lot of good stuff going on here at HCC, aside supporting projects and helping other projects. As I've just told you, we've got some great stuff coming up. So my plan is to burn 50% every month for our rewards, which is really fair in my opinion that we do that. We're going to burn up until the burning's complete, until we, you know, the supply reaches 10 billion, and you know, we move. That is exactly what I intended. And, you know, it's so much easier with the node because we get paid directly in crypto, right? I can't get charged on it unless I can't get taxed on it unless I turn it into fiat, which I don't need to do, because the best thing about my node supplier is they accept crypto as payment. So I never have to actually pay any taxes because of the way the English crypto tax system works. It's as simple as that. So it's very interesting. And, you know, I'm working so hard to ensure this launch is, you know, on the block, like absolutely on the block, down to the block. And we intend to use the other 50% to support new projects, to try and support current projects, get back on their feet like we did LUNAPunks. If we can't do that, obviously, with the way we supported LUNAPunks, we'll try and support them with payments so they can help support themselves. And we'll be vetting people and stuff. And there's just so many more things we can do as a validator. Obviously, we have to cover our running costs, but, you know, after the running cost has been paid, we're going to be able to build up a treasury to help people. I'm never going to benefit from the node myself. I'm never going to be taking anything out of it for myself. It'll all be being used directly to help the community and the communities, and trying to bring people on board and then educating. Like, I want to try and pay for, you know, this whole extra website, which is kind of like the most simplest educational videos that we can get. I've got so many plans, honestly. There's not enough hours in the day. And like I said, the node's coming in 24 days. Really, really, really looking forward to this. As you can tell, I do talk about it a lot, but it really is the next step for us as a community to do this. And, you know, I'm unsure on the commission rate. I was going to go for 6%, but I don't think I am now. It's definitely going to be lower for starters, because my belief is just get enough to pay the running cost, do a good burn, and a little bit goes aside for the treasury each month, and try and help my delegates as much as possible as well, while staying within, you know, the fair commission rate, so to speak. And trying to provide as much as I can for my delegates is going to be one of my main goals, is doing as much as I can. And just, like I said, there's not enough time in a day, and the amount of people that come to me with projects as well, like, you just don't have enough time to do that. Like, I have 14,000 unread messages in both Telegram and Discord upwards. So it does get hard at this point, and there's so many people that have so many good ideas. But what, like I said to people, what we need is ones that are not gambling ideas, because gambling's just something that we just can't mess around with here at HCC. So very interesting turn of events with the burning and everything like that. And I think in 2 hours, well, probably about an hour and a half, I'm going to go live on YouTube, and I'm going to be there to see if this burn lands at midnight tonight. And if it doesn't land at midnight tonight, possibly would land at midnight tomorrow night. If not, then they might do it throughout the day. But the text in itself, when I've read through it, it's you can gauge both sides from it. You could either be like, well, it's tonight or it's tomorrow night. So I've gonna go live. Just made a coffee and stuff like that. So very interesting. And yeah, possible surprise coming this week to change up the stream a little bit. So keep an eye out for that one and stay safe. I'm not a financial advisor. Beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers, beware of anybody pretending to be me, and just stay safe out there. The burns are increasing, and hopefully Binance pushes us to that real upper limit. I've seen people coming out of crazy stuff like 240 billion, but just be prepared, you know, for anything. But the data that I've seen and the people I've spoken to, anywhere from probably like 16 to maybe 25 billion, something like that. But anything can happen. It could not have been, you know, we might not have been getting the correct numbers, or we might be doing the wrong maths or stuff like that. So it's just a guesstimate estimate. Okay, folks. And yeah, catch you in the next one.